just swap it out. Y'all sure y'all waiting for the right person?
DJ Gillings.
So Corey, just how did it feel, especially that first touchdown, which obviously led to some exuberance on your part?
It did, and it felt great to be back out there, and I couldn't ask for anything else from this game. Man. My linemen did a great job, and just executing. I think this whole process has been allowed myself to slow the game down a lot more and become more patient. And when I got into the end zone, I forgot how to act. But me and Coach Chris, exchanged our words, and he just said, "You only have 2 of those." So I thought about the next time I score, I had to remain calm and just hand the ball to the ref. But he was just like, "Great job, great, nice to have you back." And I think all the guys congratulated me as well. It's been a long road I've been on. I've been itching to get back out there and play some football.
How tough was it to hold your emotions throughout this game?
Oh, I was thinking about the first touchdown when I was gonna run out the tunnel. I was just it's so ecstatic, being behind the crowd once again, and just having your team behind you. It's great to be back out there, especially in the backfield with Joel. And me and him have such a great chemistry. We can read each other's minds, and I can only thank the other 10 guys who laid it out there on the line for me. And it's been a great time coming back, and I just hope to keep executing throughout the next few weeks.
When did you know you'd be back, and why was it different this week than previous weeks?
It was all through Coach Chris, and me and him had a talk Monday. And he was just saying, if you're not executing very well throughout the last day of practice, which was Thursday, and he said if he sees that I'm not doing very good, hitting the hole hard, he wasn't going to play me at all. So that was really my last test, and I just had to show what I can really do. And today I went out and my words backed me up.
The long run you had where they caught you from behind, is that?
No, that's not running out of gas. No, it's just getting through the soreness. And if anybody knows, I'm the only person who knows how I truly feel inside, and I'm trying to do everything I can. And I tried to get every yard, and it was very hard, especially getting the first hit back. It wasn't thud like it was in practice, so a lot of guys laid it on me, but that's the fun part. You're never going to play this game 100%, but if I was 100%, I just think this game would have been even more, better for me, fun-wise.
Corey, you just weren't trying to overextend yourself at that point? You weren't trying to overextend yourself in that rush? Is that what you're
It was actually the other way around. I was trying to overextend so much because, things were feeling too good, so I'm just trying to cover so much ground in so little time. So it was something I haven't done in a while, probably about 5 weeks, but it's just something about getting my legs back and trying to knock out the aches that come with that. So everybody knows I'm not truly 100%, but I did what I could for my team today.
How close are you to 100%?
I say a good 85. The next 15 is just getting my stride back, and my first 15 yards, I still have the burst that I came into college with, and that can only keep progressing as time goes on. So I believe time is only going to heal this process.
When Paul said, if you're not doing this on Thursday, you're not playing, that sounded like almost a challenge to you.
It was a challenge. It was a mental challenge more than a physical, and I'd rather him say, yeah, you're going to play Saturday, you might get a few carries. That was going to mess with me, and he's just saying, if I'm going to play you, you're going to go. And I just think I had that in the back of my mind. I had to realize every time I stepped out there, this wasn't just a test. This was the real thing. And every time I got the ball, I took into account that every play is meant for something big. And I got what I can get, and things worked out good.
Dara used the word afraid as far as opening up fully. Is that the right word to describe that?
Yeah, that's a really good describer for that, and it's just not wanting to extend so much that it hurts. And I was trying to do everything that I could, and striding wasn't going too well, so I'll get that back sooner or later.
When you mentioned the journey and how difficult it was for you, kind of sitting, did it make it that much sweeter when you got into that end zone for that first time?
Yeah, because I went from playing the first Alabama game and a couple series, sit out for 5 weeks. Within those 5 weeks, being a great teammate and a great friend, for Darian Taiwan and Alec Engel. And that translates over, I finally get the chance to put the helmet back on, the shoulder pads, and get hit once again. And I just think that transition, kind of matured me, and noticed that, this game isn't sometimes you won't be able to play this game for very long because your body does get beat up throughout this process.
Does it excite you thinking about the possibilities for this offense coming off a performance like this where it can be balanced?
Yeah, and I believe this offense has been here the whole season, and we just had to we got to get in tune with one another, and I just think the O-line did an outstanding job, especially starting with Bo, and Maris on the outside did a great job attacking the defenders, and I just allowed myself to be patient, allow those guys to do what they do up front, and didn't rush anything.
Were you nervous when you got up this morning?
Was I? I was nervous Friday night.
Really?
And when I heard the weather forecast, I'm like, man, I'm not gonna be able to get warm enough for this game. So I took into account that if I can't get warmed up, I was gonna sit myself. I was just gonna play the safe side and just if anything happens, I got to get in. But if the weather wasn't going to be how I thought it was, then I'd have sat out.
Corey, when we first talked to you about this injury, you said there was a possibility of redshirting. How seriously were you considering that, or how close were you, if any?
I was very close to it, but once I found out that me and Coach had a great talk, he said, "I don't even want you thinking about redshirting. That's only going to mess with your mind more if you keep looking forward to doing that, because it's almost like finding an excuse to get out this season." But I didn't have any intent on redshirting or medical redshirting. But I found out that getting a medical redshirt wasn't really going to be 100% guaranteed because my recovery put me back into the season. So at this point, I either think about the rest of the season, possibly next year. It's just you want to do what you can do this season and rolling into the next season if need be. So why not lay it out? See what you can do for the rest of these games.
You said before the Alabama game you wanted to go out and prove you were one of the best backs in the country. How frustrating were those 8 weeks where some of those guys you mentioned were racking up numbers and you had to watch?
I just think of it as a challenge, and they're still doing numbers. This week, Leonard Fournette's doing great numbers. Ezekiel Ellis still being a top performer on his team, and you just want to be a part of that. You want to be in the talk, and you don't want to be ever undertalked to saying how you perform. So always I try to go out there and let my performance do all the talking. And I wish I could have had multiple games to do what I could, but I just think I want to make the most of the remaining games that I have left.
What did you learn from the time away? I mean, is there anything that surprised you?
No, and no problem. It's just being natural to the game, and I've been playing this game since I was 5 years old, and nothing really surprised me at all. So I think execution-wise, I just think I had to get that first carry, get the second, score, felt good again, and get back in tune with the team. So it's a great time to see everybody smiling, and you're a part of it once again. So that's how I felt.
What do you think your return does for the morale of the team? Finally, some good injury news.
I don't think it brings back confidence because my team always has confidence, and whether I'm in there or Dari's in there, we're always going to believe in somebody who's in the backfield. And I just think that I add another piece to the puzzle. So it just makes things a little bit more tricky, confusing for the defense. I'll come in for a pass block or a run. So either or, we just can mix it up a lot more now, just giving us more chances.
Was this game any more meaningful to you that you got to do it against Rutgers, the home state school?
Yeah, it's always good. And being from New Jersey, you just have that pride on your back, saying that you want to beat the school that they wanted you to come to, and all the other guys from high school saying that you can never beat them in college. And good thing my team helped me do it twice, so that's awesome. Couldn't have did it without them. And I went up to PJ, one of my great friends, Ronnie James, his little brother. We just shook it out. So it's just a battle, within the friendship.
Did you have any expectation on how many carries you might get today, or yards, or anything?
Yeah, that's a good question. I did have a little expectation. I was just saying, what if I get like 3 carries and not feel like I'm me? Then I feel like I just wasted my own excitement, crowd's excitement, and I feel like I let some people down. But good thing it worked out. I fought through a lot of pain, but good. We won.
Corey, how much was your patience tested during those weeks that you were out?
It was tested every day, and our front line in practice is very fast and shifty up front, and that calls for a short reaction time. You got to be able to hit the hole. You got to be able to make a second reaction within the second level. So it's been practiced every day.
Have you had people give you advice since you've been cleared to play but not been back on the field yet?
That's one of the most annoying things I've probably faced. and started from friends, fans, family. You should do this. You shouldn't do that. Why would you go out there? I think you should go out there. And that was just the most confusing part. Like, you are not playing the game. I am. And you don't know how I'm feeling. I am. And they were just saying, no, it's bad. It'll be bad for – because they started to think about the next level is bad for your stock and all that. So, meanwhile, I'm thinking about now. And got a chance to talk to Joel and Vince Beagle. It's like, hey, forget next year. We're here now. So you just, all the people that are saying you shouldn't be out there right now and wait till you're 100%, just, forget them. You still got us right here, and we're telling you how you look, and, we think you can be able to play still.
Does that mess with your head at all when people are talking about your NFL draft stock with this injury? Or?
It bothers the hell out of me. And it sucks because it comes with it. And you can't really, blow it past you because, that is the next level. NFL, junior year, you're eligible for the draft and all that in the combine. And you got so much riding for you. And, I thought this year was going to be a big year for me. But it's just, getting back to the basics and hopefully progressing from there. Who knows what this end of the season will bring or the next year.
What's the toughest part about the weight, obviously coming in and it's your chance to take over the job, and then all of a sudden the bottom falls out and you got to wait 7 weeks?
Oh, it sucks. But it's life. You can't really change anything that, God puts in front of you. So I believe it was a testing point, and I think he allowed me to come back strong. And I'm only going to keep getting stronger because I believe that's still in his plan.
Do you still feel pain, or is it just soreness?
It's soreness, and that's pretty. It's pretty relevant with this type of surgery. So I'm really not too mad about it, but still kind of disappointed within some of the performance throughout the game. But that's a part of being an athlete. You always want to do better.
One more for Corey, guys, if you got it.
You're talking about how you hear, people talk about NFL draft and all that. Have these 8 weeks changed your perspective at all about what you had planned to do, whether, missing 8 games means whatever you were going to decide?
Didn't mind one bit. And I still had the true people who were behind me who wanted only the better for me, whether if it was the NFL next year or following year. And everybody, such as Ron Dan has kept me on my toes and kept a clear mind. He's just saying you don't need to rush out there. But, if you decide to, we're behind you 100%. And those are the people who I respected because they actually said they were behind me with, whatever decision I made. But, had to change my mind about the NFL? Not really, because who knows what, at the end of this year, who brings what to the table. I still got to talk to Coach Chris, and he'll tell me if it's a good idea or not. But, at this time, I'm still worried about the next week.
Thanks, Corey.
Thank you.